Crenshaw Subway Coalition. With respect to federal dollars, there's over $623 million federal dollars in the Crenshaw Line project. The Crenshaw Line, who has had a scandal of epic proportions fall upon it because of Art Leahy's decision to refuse to allow 3 of the 4 contractors to bid the Park Mesa Heights Tunnel. One of them said they could do it within project budget, said it was just a 5% increase in project value, which is well within the 11% contingency. Leahy has been misrepresenting the cost of the tunnel to the public, to our elected officials, for 11 months. Ultimately, board members, the question is, who's in charge? Is it Art Leahy, or is it the supervisors of America's largest county? Is it the mayor of America's second largest city? The government bureaucrat that no one will remember in 5 years is not the decider. You are. The decision is yours, supervisors and Mr. Mayor. You will determine whether we preserve and enhance the Crenshaw corridor. You will determine whether we protect children's lives. You have a motion before you. We hope you consider it seriously. Thank you.
All right, Damien.
The Crenshaw LAX light rail line is slated to operate when completed. I have closely monitored the progress of the project and the community's expectations for it. I support both the location of an underground station in Leimert Park and of a subsurface route for the line from 49th to 59th Street. Undergrounding the final 11 blocks on Crenshaw Boulevard to avoid adverse impacts can be done at a cost of less than 5% of the project's contract value, all the more reason to proceed toward that end. I've supplied that letter from the Assemblywoman for distribution for you, but she also asked me to reiterate some words that she had me make on her behalf 2 years ago before this body. As we struggle to sustain the pedestrian-friendly African village, to protect the residential ambience of Leimert Park, and to revitalize Crenshaw's businesses, we need Metro's board to heed the united voice of our community. A Leimert Park station with an underground segment extending south to 60th Street is a need, not an option. New York's Wall Street, the financial center of America, brings sellers and buyers to market daily via the #1 underground train. Crenshaw Boulevard is the Wall Street of South Los Angeles and needs its rail line underground as well. Railroad tracks divide communities, yet South LA needs a united Crenshaw, one without a moving wall that turns it into an obstacle course for traffic and pedestrians. Our Crenshaw line should be an artery bringing life-sustaining human traffic into the heart of the community. Arteries are embedded and protected below the surface, which is where our rail line needs to be. Holly Mitchell, Assembly Member, 54th District. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have the next speaker now, and as I understand that you have 4 minutes to be heard. 4 minutes should be recorded. Thank you. Proceed, sir.
Would those in the chamber who support undergrounding the line from 48 to 59 please stand? Board members, my name is Damien Goodman. I am the Chair and Executive Director of the Crenshaw Subway Coalition, and I am proud to stand here with community leaders, ecumenical leaders, civil rights leaders, and our elected officials in the state to defend the lives of our children and protect the last African-American business corridor in the region. Here's what we know. Page 3, paragraph 3 of the staff report admits the 3 of the 4 finalists for the Crenshaw Line contract award requested to bid the tunnel within the alternative technical concepts process. 1 out of 3 stated it could be done within project budget. Was less than 5% of the contract value is the increase, which is well within the project's budget with an 11% contingency. As you all know, we made a Public Records Act request to have these documents made public, and they were rejected by Metro. You told us that you would give it to us after you awarded the contract. The day after, board members, what happens the day after if Walsh Shea, the preferred bidder, is the one contractor who did not bid the tunnel? What happens the day after if the project could be done in budget in partnership with our leaders at the state and local level, and you didn't even try? This agency will not be allowed to withstand the crushing blow to your credibility when these ATCs become public. Let's handle the biggest falsehood. Time. The environmental review process could have taken place already because these ATCs were submitted in July of 2012. 11 months ago. 11 months you've been lying to the public, Art Leahy has, about the cost of the tunnel and the ability of the contractors to do it. Furthermore, staff has not considered clearing the tunnel as an environmental option to the project, which would have allowed the project to proceed as currently scheduled and allow it to integrate into the tunnel when that environmental review is done. Furthermore, item 53, the very next item, is an addendum to take a train station or train crossing at La Brea from underground to elevated. They're doing this within the scope and the time frame of the budget, the scope and time frame of the project schedule. How can you tell us then that you can't look at underground in a line in the same period of time from 48 to 59? The Crenshaw Subway Coalition has sent to you each a motion requesting that you spend the time over the next 20 days. Just spend the time to ask the hard questions. Make Art Leahy earn his pay.
Yeah.
Request the FTA expedite environmental review to clear the tunnel as a design option. Advocate for the least time-consuming environmental review process, a finding of no significant impact. Request that they extend any deadlines that they may have that would force this decision on you. We will be asking these same requests, but we would like to be doing them in partnership with you. You owe it to the public. You owe it to our community. You owe it to every elected official in South Los Angeles who has advocated for this. Right now, the response from the agency to these ATCs is no comment and not approved. That is not enough. There are great people at this board. There are powerful people at this board. The people at this board are who will be remembered when this project is built and when it is continued, not Art Leahy. You have a responsibility to the public. Measure J, reducing the threshold to 55%, passed the Assembly by 1 vote. What do you think will happen when the Congressional Black Caucus finds out that you had the opportunity right now to allow the contractors to bid the tunnel and you did nothing? Pass the motion, underground the line from Park Base and allow us to work with you to build the type of project our community deserves.
Thank you for your testimony. We'll like to take the next speaker, please, is Chafuko Tembo,
Italy.
Imani Williams, Asani, Doug Pinkney,
Great. Oh man, you can't get better than this.
Doug Pinkney, I'm going to ask you, are you waving? Thank you. Ma'am.
My name is Imani Williams. I'm 7 years old. I go to the Limbico Tambo School of African American Cultural Center, and I don't want to get hit by that train.
Beautiful.
I am the future. If I'm not there to be in the future, I don't know what will happen. It ain't over till it's under.
Yeah.
Put the train down. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, I will keep fighting to put that train down the road.
Thank you very much for your testimony.
Yeah.
All right, Lester Holland,
Beautiful.
Carolyn Fowler,
Lester stepped out.
thank you. He waves, Carolyn Fowler,
He will be back.
Theodore Thomas.
Oh, Carolyn.
All right, Mike Cotton, if you would come forward, those of you who are here. Ms. Fowler, please proceed. Thank you.
Thank you. I do want to thank Chairman Antalovich for his leadership for the past year. He's been a stalwart. I wish there were more that had that thought process. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been sitting through these meetings, community, etc. I have to say, short sight of the Supreme Court decision of striking down 4, if this project is not reviewed by this board, taking into account what the community really needs and wants, it is tantamount, it's worse equal to or worse than that decision. You have heard all the facts. We have been totally ignored. This project should be bid with the tunnel, so you at least understand what the possibilities and capabilities can be. And sometimes, this is a community thing. You got to give the people what they want.
All right, thank you. Sir, please come forward. Alicia Clark to follow. Linda Ricks after Ms. Clark. If you would all come up in the queue, that would help. And then Leon Jenkins, sir, your name?
My name is Sereno Thomas, President of Art Leahy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give the speaker your attention. Members of the board likewise. Proceed, sir.
My name is Sereno Thomas, President of Park Mesa Heights Community Council. And you should let the contractor build the tunnel and bid on the tunnel for underground. For the reason why you will make 48th to 60th Street a ghost town. You haven't been out there. Metro haven't talked to the business people in the area. We had a meeting Thursday night with the Crenshaw Coalition and Hyde Park and the business people. They didn't know, half the people didn't know that the train was going to be coming. It'll be a ghost town from 48th to 60th Street. We need the ground, we need the tunnel underground to save the business because they have given us no ideas. They're going to take the end roads away where there's no parking and nothing, the resident area from the backside on Victoria and 11th Avenue, they're going to eliminate over 400 parking spaces, and they haven't came up with a solution as of today. Please build the tunnel on the ground. It's not over till done.
Thank you for your testimony. Next speaker, please.
Hello, board members. My name is Lucretia Clark, and I have a building on 54th and Crenshaw with 5 businesses there. If you go street level, it would destroy the businesses. So please take the subway under.
We thank you for your testimony, ma'am. Sir, please come forward your name. Ms. Ricks, if you would follow. Mr. Jenkins, if you are still here. Steve Blackby, Tut Hayes, Connie Thomas, and